Also in 2002, No Good Deed. Hey, ever heard of this?
No idea.
I'll
give you 4 words.
This has got Sam Jackson in it.
Ooh, so far good.
While doing a friend. That's
all right.
words.
I like where we're going with this.
A favor.
Oh, damn it! That took a left turn.
And searching for a runaway teenager.
No.
All right, everybody, welcome to Nerds of a Certain Vintage. As always, I am Patrick.
And I'm Andy.
And we are nerds who are here for our podcast proper for Sunday, February 18th.
That's right.
Yes. Right through our action...
romance. Love-bruary.
Yeah.
We should have written this down.
Yeah, we should have had notes. So, yes, we are, we're at that point in the month where we are going to do a deep dive.
The deep dive is always a little bit tricky. Normally what we do is whatever happens with the movie or the listicle, we're looking for something that's in those that would prompt a deep dive.
Yeah.
And so we decided to do someone who has one of the great action romances. And as an added bonus, since it's Love-bruary, I love her.
I think we both love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Milla
Jovavich.
Milla Jovavich.
If you loved her, you wouldn't say that.
Why don't you tell us your before we get into her filmography, which is just going to be bangers all the way down, right?
It's never going to stop. Yeah.
So why don't you give me your background on Milla? When did you? It is Milla or is it Milla?
I'm easily swayed either way. Whatever you want to, put.
I'm going to have her pronounce it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on YouTube.
Yeah, please do that. Don't let Google pronounce it. Dano. His name is Paul Dano. Lying sack of garbage. Did you notice I didn't curse once right there?
I didn't.
I had so many curses that could have popped out, and not a one.
Yeah, why don't you give us our background while I do the search here?
Well, I mean, my background, obviously, Fifth Element, but
is that the first time you saw her, you think?
I think so. My wife said she was 19 when she was in that movie, so I'm assuming the Resident Evil movies came after that.
Right.
I don't know that for sure. We'll find out here in the deep dive, but the Resident Evil movies are really where my fandom, is most predominantly centered because those are part of my regular watch schedule.
Okay.
Like if I'm not watching Dread on a weekend where my wife is out at
something Resident Evil.
Yeah, I generally Resident Evil is right there in the rotation as a possibility.
All right.
So not necessarily the first one, but pretty much everyone after that. Extinction, Annihilation, you name it.
Yeah, none of those, like, the distinctions don't make a difference to me. All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm Milla Jovavich.
It is Milla Jovavich, man.
Milla Jovavich.
Suck. Sorry, Milla Jovavich. We started it off wrong. So from now on, it's Jovavich.
Yeah, don't
fuck it up, man. I mean, don't fork ball it.
Just saying.
Don't fork shirt ball it.
If you want to come in and tell us like how poorly we are doing on the podcast, feel free.
We would love that. We'll have Danishes.
I would bring the Danishes.
You will bring some Danishes.
Yeah, let's do the deep dive, right? You want to go in here?
Yep.
All right, so the 4 movies on IMDb before we get started, she's known for. What do you think?
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, yes.
Resident Evil.
Yes.
Did they specify Resident Evil or just...
They've got 2 different Resident Evils on here.
Oh, okay.
Residence Evil? Is that it?
Residence Evil, I think, yeah. I think you're probably right on that. And even if you're not, I enjoy it too much. I'm just going to say yes.
So they have the original, Resident Evil.
Right. I'm going to go with Extinction.
Afterlife.
Afterlife, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what do you think the 4th one is? It's not a Resident Evil.
Monster Hunter?
Nope. The 4th Kind? Have you seen this? Heard this?
No.
What is the 4th Kind?
It sounds like an alien abduction sort of thing.
I gotta look it up.
Yeah.
A thriller involving an ongoing unsolved mystery in Alaska where one town has seen an extraordinary number of unexplained disappearances during the past 40 years, and there are accusations of a federal cover-up.
Yeah.
It would not be the 4th of 4 movies I would pick for her.
No. But I think they wanted to put in one that's got like more of a dramatic turn as opposed to like this action kick-ass stuff she does.
Sure.
But why? Why would you do that?
I don't know why you would do that.
It makes
either.
no sense.
Yeah.
The logic is missing.
All right, so you have your list.
Hippy dippy bullshit. I mean, bull shirt balls.
I'm taking producer and director out of this.
Yeah. Yep.
Her first acting credit, because these are just acting credits.
Okay.
First acting credit in 1988. Samantha DeLongpre, Two Moon Junction.
Oh, wow.
Do you know anything about Two Moon Junction?
I know of the film. I don't believe that I have ever seen it. It is a very well-known and well-regarded film, though.
Really? Is it some sort of K-drama?
I think it's a drama thing. I don't think Kay is in it, yeah. She might be.
All right, so that was her first acting credit. She was 13 years old. Then we got The Night Train to Kathmandu, also in 1988. One episode of Paradise in 1988.
She was like 12, 13 in these, so yeah.
13?
Yep.
Then we jump straight. You got to tell me if you think of this as nerd cred or not.
Okay.
One episode, Married with Children.
No.
No nerd
Not
cred.
nerd cred, no.
Cultural cachet, though.
Yeah, cultural cachet. I'll give it to you. Cultural cachet.
Yeah.
Was she one of the hot girls that showed
I
up
almost
frequently?
guarantee.
Yeah.
I mean, at 14 years old.
Yeah.
Like,
She's one of Christine Applegate's friends who shows up wearing next to nothing.
who
Yeah.
Bud just is like oozing all over. Like, this was in 1989, so
Right.
she would have been 14 years old.
Right.
That is creepy as fuck.
Well, I told
Right?
you.
This is where I curse. It's creepy as fuck.
As fork balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. So, I don't care how attractive they are.
Oh, they're still children.
How grown up they look.
They're children.
They're forking shirt ball children. Yeah.
Here's the only
I'm
good
trying
thing.
so hard to keep this cursing under wraps, man. It's hard.
Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
Oh, yeah,
one
yeah.
episode.
Do you remember that show?
No.
It was when I don't know if it was when Fox started or when the WB started. It was one of their first. It was one of those early networks breaking in on the big three. One of their first shows that was a moderate hit.
Okay.
It was a bit, I think, like Dream On or something. I think there was some kind of his internal monologue occurring.
All right, 1991. Return to the Blue Lagoon.
There you go.
16 years old. Creepy as...
Exactly.
Creepy AF.
Well, the first one was creepy as Get Out.
Also, with Brooke Shields, totally sexualized as a child.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
1992, Cuffs.
Cuffs, that's the one, right?
Is it the one?
Not nerd cred, but once again, that was it's a Christian Slater vehicle. She was the love interest at 15. It was, this was when Christian Slater was sort of at the height of his power.
She was playing young at that point.
Yeah.
She was 17 years old.
That's how she was 17?
As the actress, yes.
No, okay. My wife said she was 15 in that movie, so 17.
Well, if it was
better.
It was released in 92. It could have been filmed in 91.
Oh, okay.
She still would have been sick. Well, she's a December birth, so it's tricky. She could have been 15.
I never know.
She could have been absolutely 15.
I never know when to believe my wife. The things she says.
Yeah. Did you watch Cuffs when you
I saw it back in the day, but I don't really remember it.
George Cuffs, 21, leaves a pregnant girlfriend. He visits his brother Brad to bum money off him. Brad's shot, and George IDs the killer at SFPD, but to no avail. He inherits Brad's patrol district. He keeps it to get the killer. What do you mean?
Inherits his patrol.
Inherits?
I think he's a security guard or something. I don't think he's a police officer.
1992, Chaplin.
Don't know that one, but I'm assuming it's the Chaplin movie with.
This is with the RDJ.
RDJ, yep.
It's gotta be. Yeah. RDJ.
I have seen bits of that, parts of that.
It's supposed to be a fantastic movie. I've seen parts of it as well. But all right. So she's moving on.
That's back when I didn't like RDJ.
Yeah, because
who am I kidding? I still don't like RDJ.
Come on. 1993, Dazed and Confused.
Oh yeah.
Any nerd cred there? All of these are cultural cachet.
Yeah,
Chaplin, Dazed and Confused.
I don't know. I feel like I almost want to give her some nerd cred for Dazed and Confused. I mean, that's a stoner movie, so.
Yes. Then, yes.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to give her any nerd cred for it. But cultural cachet. All right.
So then she took 4 years off of acting.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fine.
Nothing else until 1997.
I guess she got upset about being sexualized at 15 through.
Yeah,
19.
she realized. She's like, holy shit, what's been going
What
on?
are they doing to me?
I'm 18 years old, and I was in these movies 5 years ago.
Exactly. I was Married with Children, for God's sake.
No, 1997, she comes back with a bang. The Fifth Element.
The Fifth Element. She comes back hard.
That is nerd cred top to bottom.
Yep.
The Fifth Element is a classic movie for a reason.
Yep.
Action rom-com.
Action romance. No,
yeah.
No com.
There's com.
There is
there.
com
There's
in there.
but
There
it's
is
not
com.
like it doesn't have the third act breakup.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. It doesn't follow the rom-com.
But he shoves the guard into the shower, and it goes up, and then they come
Yes.
down, and it's like
He's
they're
all frozen.
freezing to death. The other one gets wrapped in plastic.
Big Bang Boom.
Man, so hysterical. Comedy gold, baby.
Ruby Rod.
Corbin, my man. Corbin, my man.
Come on. 1998. She's in He Got Game.
Heard of it. No.
She's taking serious roles. Like, she's not just
Yeah.
doing throw-off roles here.
Right.
He Got Game is a Spike Lee movie with Denzel Washington.
Mm-hmm.
A basketball player's father must try to convince him to go to college so he can get a shorter sentence.
Good stuff.
1998, The Messenger, The Story of Joan of Arc.
Oh, okay. I remember being in that Joan of Arc movie.
Yeah.
I didn't really remember it being called The Messenger. I just thought it was the Joan of Arc.
Yeah, I
movie,
gotta
but
see how
Joan
much
of Arc,
she played Joan of Arc.
She did play Joan of Arc.
I gotta see how much this movie made.
My goodness.
You cannot call this a tangent. The Messenger its budget was $85 million. It made $67 million.
It made $66.
Made $67 million. 2000, she was in The $1 Million Hotel.
Don't know it.
Tragicomic romantic whodunit.
No. See, we're gonna do this the way that we did it when we did Kurt Russell. I'm just.
I don't know what you're talking
I'm gonna
about.
be like, nope, and you go to the next one.
There are certain movies that I have to look into, like The $1 Million Hotel. You gotta look it up.
No, I don't know that you do. I think the title tells you all you need to know. But do you know?
You do. All right. Also in 2000, she played Lucia in The Claim.
Nope.
All right. I'll go forward. I'll be interested to see whether you think this one has nerd credit.
Okay.
2001, Zoolander.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give that nerd cred.
Why? What gives that nerd cred?
The quotability of it.
Okay.
It is.
As opposed to Dazed and Confused, which obviously not a quotable movie.
It is a very quotable movie, but Zoolander was a little bit more over the top and a little bit more sort of cult. You know what? I'm going to give her Dazed and Confused. That argument works for Dazed and Confused too.
Okay.
So I'm going to give her Dazed and Confused for the cult quality, and I'm going to give her Zoolander also for the cult quality.
All right.
Which do you think has more cult cred, Dazed and Confused or Zoolander?
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. They're right there together in different ways.
In different ways.
Different aspects. I feel like Dazed and Confused is a little bit more sort of realistic.
Right.
You know, it's like slice of life kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it really
Zoolander is just over the top ridiculous.
Yes, exactly.
I find myself quoting Zoolander more. Like, what is that, a building for ants?
I bet you didn't think I knew what a you-googly was. That's right, because the quotes out of Dazed and Confused is one or two that everybody knows. Yeah. But there's so many
others. Mostly because of Matthew McConaughey. Yeah.
But yeah, the Zoolander quotes are like.
Yeah, you can throw them out.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
My wife and I went to an estate sale yesterday.
Yep.
And estate sales are always kind of sad. Like, you just walking through somebody's house and seeing the remnants of their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're rifling through people's memories.
Yeah.
For cool shit like, that you can take.
Junk crap. Might be worth something. Junk crap.
Yeah.
You know? And
I'm a ghoul.
It's better than it going into a landfill.
Yeah. We're recycling here.
I would say reused.
Don't look down on me.
Don't make judgment. But like, there was a pair of gloves, like just They were tiny, though. They were little tiny gloves. And I was like, what are those gloves for ants?
Did your wife get it?
No.
She's like, what are you talking about? They don't make gloves for ants.
They need to be at least 3 times that size.
Fast, like I feel so alone.
It's like you don't even get it.
Exactly.
All right, 2000.
Make sure you mention this in my you googly.
All right, 2002. She's in a movie. She plays somebody named Fangora.
I like that.
All right, in a movie called Dummy.
Okay, I'm going to put that to the side as a note, like we should figure out. I tell you what, I'm going to give you permission to read.
Like you give me permission.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's okay.
All right, the
for
Dummy.
you to tell me what this is about.
I've already pulled it up.
Only because her name is Fangora.
Yes, I've already got it pulled up.
Yep.
An ex-office worker. Well, first of all, this has Adrian Brody and Milla Jovavich.
Can I say no at any time and we go on to the next thing?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask for your permission.
This is a little bit like Name That Tune. How many words can I get into this description before you
exactly.
pull the plug?
A lawyer. Next.
I'm gonna give you 4 words. No, I'll give you 3 words because one of them is hyphenated.
No, just give me each word, but do it slowly so I have time to be like, no.
Okay.
And
ex-office worker.
Okay.
Becomes
All right.
a ventriloquist, leading to a date with his unemployment counselor.
No.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping there would be like murder or like supernatural shit, but it just sounds like a drama.
But his quirky family and a gauche female friend may thwart his new career and love life.
No, I should have said no much earlier.
Yeah.
How old is she in this so that I don't feel gross?
At that point, 2002, she was she was in her late 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, 75 to 2002. She's 27 at that point.
Yep.
Yeah. Perfectly reasonable.
Well, once again, I've already established she's only 7 years younger than me.
Yeah. How were you in 2002?
Yeah, no, well, I was in my mid 30s, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Were you married? All right, here we go. 2002. She's also in Resident Evil.
Resident Evil, baby.
Do we need to talk about Resident Evil? We've talked about it before, so nerd cred, yes.
Well,
it's based on a video game. It's a kick-ass action film.
It takes a lot of liberties.
Do you give her any shit because the character herself was not in the video games?
Well, I think that's what raises it to the next level. Like
they modified it.
Well, I would have liked a version that was more faithful to the video game, and that was the thing. The first movie wasn't that good in my opinion. I mean, I watched it and I was like, eh. Second one though, that's when they went like completely off the rails. Mm-hmm. Like the whole, other than the T virus and the basic premise, it had nothing to do with the video game. You know, and
so what I'm hearing,
hard to say that it had nothing to do with the video game when the basic premise was all about the premise from the video game. They just sort of went in another direction. They expanded on.
Okay, a cool direction.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is that this is Anne Rice's Resident Evil.
I feel like that should only be reserved for shitty things. But in a technical sense, you're probably not wrong. Yeah.
All right. Also in 2002, No Good Deed. Hey, you ever heard of this?
Nope, no idea. I'll give you 4 words.
This has got Sam Jackson in it.
Oh, so far good.
While doing a friend. That's
all right. I like where we're going with this.
A favor.
Oh, damn it! That took a left turn.
And searching for a runaway teenager.
No. No.
A police detective stumbles upon a bizarre band of criminals about to pull off a bank robbery. I think you pulled the plug too early.
No. I think I was good with pulling the plug.
No.
I mean, that sounds a little better than what I thought it was going to be, but still.
All right. 2002 also, You Stupid Man. You want to hear about You Stupid Man?
Sure, we could get started on it.
4 words?
Yeah.
All right. After a man finally...
Okay, go on.
Gets over his former girlfriend...
No.
All right, here's one. I'm interested to know whether you're going to give her nerd cred for this. She played Serena Shaw in one episode of King of the Hill.
No.
Why? Cultural cachet?
Cultural cachet still. But
is nerd stuff, does it have to be like the science fiction or like something like that? It can't just be slice of life?
I think it kind of depends. Like, if she was in Family Guy or Simpsons or American Dad, you know,
King of the Hill isn't.
King of the Hill is a little bit.
I put King of the Hill and American Dad kind of on the same thing.
Maybe. Well, but American Dad has like aliens in it. You know, some of these shows sort of spill over into more bizarre fare. King of the Hill pretty much stuck to
the
life in the town and the family thing. So it was more like Roseanne than it was like, you know, some of these other shows where they really dip into the crazy stuff.
Yes.
Like, I would give you, if Beavis and Butthead, made by the same guy, I would give you nerd cred for Beavis and Butthead because they got into some craziness in Beavis and Butthead.
Sure.
But King of the Hill was pretty straightforward.
All right.
In my mind. So I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about it.
I'm still in 2004. She revisits Resident Evil. Alice wakes up in Raccoon City Hospital after the area has been overrun by zombies and must now make it out of the city before a nuclear bomb is dropped. 2006, Ultraviolet.
Oh, Ultraviolet. Great flick, yeah. You know this?
Oh, yeah. I saw it, yeah. Of course I did. I mean,
she plays a
action film.
She plays a sci-fi vampire.
All right. All right, so also in 2006, she played Kat in 45. Dot 45.
So like a caliber.
Like a caliber, it seems like. A woman hatches a plan for revenge after seeking independence from her drug-dealing boyfriend.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say nerd cred, but that sounds kick-ass.
Yeah. It's got Stephen Dorff and Angus McFadden in it.
Stephen Dorff sounds like a drug-dealing husband, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody named Tony Munch.
Ooh.
Gotta like that.
Unfortunate name.
Yeah.
I'm sure too many people read that last name as a verb.
2000 or a command.
Just a command. Be a man. Driving.
2007, Resident Evil,
Extinction,
yes.
Oh, man. Yeah.
2008, she was a Paris model in Paris, Collection Otoño. 2009, A Perfect Getaway.
I've heard of this movie. It's a crime thing, not a nerd thing, but that's fine.
This has got Steven Zahn and Timothy Olyphant in it.
Okay. I didn't know who else was in it. I just know I've heard of the movie.
You want 4 words?
4 words.
2 pairs of lovers.
2 pairs of lovers. That is 4.
Yeah.
I had to count them.
You want me to keep going?
4 more.
All right. On a Hawaiian vacation.
4 more?
Discover that psychopaths are...
Oh, I gotta have the next couple. 4 more.
Stalking and murdering tourists.
No.
You say no. I would totally watch this.
Yeah.
This is an action flick.
But it's not a nerd thing, but yeah.
No, but listen, how much of her nerd cred is based on the fact that she does action stuff? Because she's like been stuck into some nerd cred action stuff.
Right.
That's really it.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh no, this one over here, that nerd cred doesn't matter because
I can
it's just
totally
an
do
action
that.
film.
I can totally do that.
Well, I did the same thing.
Hey. It's kind of my thing.
2009, The Fourth Kind.
The Fourth Kind, the 4th movie that she's known
This
for.
is the second time I've heard of that today.
And ever.
And ever. Yes. All right, we're skipping to 2010.
Yep.
Resident Evil,
was it, Afterlife?
It is Afterlife, yes.
Okay.
I swear, you could put a gun to my head and ask me to tell you the difference between all of these movies, and I would not be able to tell you. I wouldn't even be able to tell you, like, set pieces. I know one takes place in a desert, and, like, I remember the first one because of, like, her wearing a towel. No, that's not why I remember.
I don't think that was
the first
the
one.
first one.
The first one. No, I think the second one is where she's in the operating room, right? Like the first one, she wakes up in the house, and they see. Like,
I think the one with the towel.
Apocalypse.
I think Afterlife is the one with the towel.
Is it?
I think so.
See, I don't know any of these things.
Apocalypse is what throws me. Is Apocalypse is the one where Nemesis appears.
Yeah, but that was the second one. Yeah,
yeah. I'm getting
that's where
I'm getting
like,
the video
her
game
partner from the first movie becomes
Nemesis. I'm getting the video games confused because I thought that movie was called Nemesis, and then I'm like, but that would have been the second movie. So Apocalypse was the second movie. Extinction was the one in the desert.
Wasn't there a Star Trek Nemesis? Is that what you're messing with?
That is messing me up a little bit too. That there's a Star Trek Nemesis, but the video game there was a Resident Evil Nemesis, which was the second video game. How many Resident Evil movies are there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
So far,
I think there's
on this list at least. We're only at 2010.
I think there's 7 of them, but I'm having trouble remembering what the next ones are.
All right, number 2010.
Oh yeah. Afterlife. Okay.
Do you want the description of it?
I'm pretty sure it's the one in the prison.
I don't know. While still out to destroy the evil Umbrella Corporation, Alice joins a group of survivors living in a prison surrounded by the infected.
Yes! Got it! That was a good
Is this the one where it was like different cities had been recreated?
Nope. That was later. That was the thing. I was getting those confused too by the name. But Afterlife is where she lands a plane on the roof of a prison, which I think is in California somewhere, maybe San Francisco.
It could be New York.
And there's one of the great monsters that is... could be New York.
If it was a glider.
Yeah. No,
and
it was like a biplane, I think.
And if it had Snake Plissken in it.
Yeah, well, in all honesty, it was the same scene, because I think she did have to, like, shoot something to nail it into the ground so she didn't go off the edge and shit. But I can't remember.
Man. All right, 2010.
That was when she had the shotgun with all the quarters in it. That was cool.
Yeah, that's wasteful.
Well, like
what's
that.
less expensive, to shoot a bunch of quarters or just get some bullets with some?
Well, if you don't have any bullets and you want like, what's the monster version of buckshot?
Nickels. All right. Anyway, 2010. Cool. She played Lucetta or Lucetta.
I don't care what you say. It was
in
cool.
Stone. Have you ever heard of Stone?
Stone sounds familiar, but no.
Right,
off the top of my head, it's not. Give me 4 words.
A convicted arsonist looks.
Ooh, I like it. It's starting strong.
Do you want to know who's in it?
Sure.
All right. Milla Jovavich.
Milla Jovavich.
Milla Jovavich.
Yeah.
Edward Norton.
Okay.
Robert De Niro.
Oh, that's a dramatic bullshit.
A convicted arsonist looks to manipulate a parole officer into a plan to secure his parole by placing his beautiful wife in the lawman's path. No. I wonder who plays the beautiful wife.
Who could it be? Oh my goodness. Well, Ed Norton is pretty.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to want me to look up this next movie.
Okay.
2010, she played Sue Ann in Dirty Girl.
Dirty Girl. Is this a porn film?
Oh my goodness! Holy cow! We may have to watch this. R-rated movie. Milla Jovavich,
yeah.
And Juno Temple.
Oh my goodness! Well, give me 4 words.
It's 1987, and Danielle.
I'll need more.
The high school dirty girl.
Ooh, more.
Is running away.
No.
With her is chubby gay Clark, a bag of flour called Joa, and a Walkman full of glorious 80s tunes.
Why do you keep reading when I say no?
Because I need to know.
My sense on this is like, I don't know, 80%. It's better than even.
She got a bag of flour? A chubby gay named Clark.
Why wouldn't you watch
Juno Temple.
Why wouldn't you watch it?
1987. What were you doing in 1987?
Trying to get my life together.
2011. She played Nadia, Lucky Trouble. Ever heard of Lucky Trouble?
No, I'm going to say no right off the bat to that one.
All right, we'll skip that. Ooh, this one. I'll be interested to find out how you fall on this one. All right.
Okay, yep.
2011, she played Milady de Winter in The Three Musketeers.
You know what?
Come on.
I gotta give it some nerd cred.
What?
Why
You're
not?
giving that nerd cred.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Historical drama?
It's an action romance. Sword fights? Yeah, and
Okay.
historical drama. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Okay. And its quotability.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about that.
This is 2011.
Oh yeah, this was fairly recent.
I don't remember this ever coming
Why do they
out.
keep making these, man?
Nobody cares about the Three
I
Musketeers.
take it back. Three Musketeers can suck it.
All right, 2011. She did a lot of work in 2011. Bringing Up Bobby.
No,
All right, 2011. Faces in the Crowd.
no.
2012. Resident Evil : What comes next?
Searching my brain. Resident Evil Saltburn.
You're trying to give me like
Spit take.
spit take.
Spit take.
Resident Evil : Retribution.
Retribution.
Yes.
Damn it.
2014. She played the Queen in Cymbeline.
No.
No.
Don't like anything having to do with that.
2015. She played herself in one episode of Barely Famous.
No.
2015. She was in Survivor. I don't think this is the game
TV
show.
The game show?
No, this is Pierce Brosnan and Dylan McDermott.
Wow.
This has got to be a spy thing, right?
Yeah.
You put those three together, and it's an action spy thriller.
Yeah.
A foreign service officer.
Is that it that's playing with the explosions and shit?
Yeah.
It looks pretty kick-ass.
A foreign service officer
Uh-huh.
in London tries to prevent a terrorist attack
Oh, I like it.
set to hit New York City, but is forced to go on the run when she is framed for crimes she did not commit.
Man, this is formulaic, but I love
I would
that
totally
formula.
see this.
Yeah.
1 hour and 36 minutes long.
I'm gonna give
That
Survivor.
is in and out, man.
I'm gonna give Survivor a half point.
It's streaming now on Crackle and Freevee, as well as Peacock, Plex, and the Roku channel.
We got Peacock. You can see how popular this movie was.
Yeah.
If it's on Crackle and Freevee.
Okay. 2015. I'm sorry. There's so much to unpack here. I'm just trying to figure out how you're going to react to this. Okay, Clint Howard reboots Pippi Longstocking with Milla Jovavich and Fred Willard.
Wow. How have I not heard of this?
How have I not heard of
Pippi
this?
Longstocking. I mean, and
She's like 40 years old
I
at
was
this
going to say,
point.
this must be grown-up Pippi Longstocking.
It's got Ed Begley Jr. in it.
What is this called again? I'm watching this shit tonight. What is it?
Clint Howard reboots Pippi Longstocking with Milla Jovavich.
That's the name of it.
That's what it's listed under on IMDb. And Fred Willard.
Okay, this is some bullshit.
This is not streaming anywhere. You
Yeah,
cannot find this.
This never came out. This is a joke project.
It listed as 4 minutes.
You know,
it would be worth watching on YouTube.
you know I love a super strong story. And do you
Pippi
remember?
Longstocking. I love Pippi
Do you remember Pippi Longstocking?
Absolutely, I
Yeah,
love
man.
Pippi Longstocking. Like an orphan who's just living on her own, living her best life with the taking care of shit.
with the
With the
braids,
long stocking, yeah.
and super strength. So
Yeah,
I don't get none of that. I
Yeah,
was like Milla Jovavich as Pippi Longstocking. This is like my dream movie, and they just if it's a 4-minute
it's a
bullshit.
4 minute short.
I'm sorry, bullshit.
Hey, it could be the greatest 4 minutes of your day, depending on what else happens
You
that
bring
day.
up a good point. I can't argue with that.
All right.
Especially the way most of my days go. So
We still got a decade to go. 2015.
we're gonna power through this. Power through it.
2015, A Warrior's Tale.
What is it?
This is a fairy tale about a grand life journey of a 10-year-old boy, Sava, devoted to help his mom and fellow village people to break free from the vicious hyenas. Yeah, it's definitely not as good as Clint Howard reboots Pippi Longstocking.
Well, that's for sure.
Milla
But with very
Jovavich.
few exceptions, most things are not Clint reboots Pippi Longstocking with Milla Jovavich.
And Fred
And Fred Willard. That is the longest title of any I've ever heard.
2016, Zoolander 2.
Okay.
You can't give Zoolander 2.
No.
Why are you writing it down? Like,
Because I'm not giving it to her. Zoolanders 2. Okay. Yeah, that's the forgettable sequel that nobody ever actually watched.
Yeah. 2016, Resident Evil : the final chapter.
Oh,
All right, 2017, Shock and Awe. You're going to need more than 4 words,
okay.
but there's going to be a no.
Okay.
It's going to pop up here. And it's going to be
All
emphatic.
right. Still 4 at a time, though.
A group of journalists
Okay.
of the Knight Ridder News
Okay.
service covering President George.
Yeah, I'm no right there.
W. Bush's planned invasion of Iraq in 2003.
Okay. You know what? From the title, I should have guessed that right away, man.
So this is just reading it straight out. A group of journalists of the Knight Ridder News Service covering President George W. Bush's planned invasion of Iraq in 2003 are skeptical of the president's claim that Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction.
Yep.
Yeah. I was expecting a much more emphatic no from you for that.
It was more of a tired no, really. Like, this again.
All right, so this right here is going to definitely be on your. You want to write it down. No,
Okay.
you just got to write it down. 2018, she played Megan Hipwell, Minty, and Nanny McPhee in one episode of Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken. Yeah, absolutely.
2018, she played a drug lord in Future World.
Future World. I know that show, but what?
A young boy searches a future world wasteland for a rumored
Oh,
cure
it's
for
that
his
thing.
dying mother.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a movie.
I've never seen that one. I've seen it. I've seen it show up on the feed, but I've not actually ever watched it.
Yeah, it's got James Franco, famous brother of Javier Franco.
Well, less famous than Javier Franco, the great Javier Franco.
It's got Suki Waterhouse in it. Margarita Levaeva.
Well,
Twin Shadow, Lucy Liu, Method Man, Rumor Willis. Why have I never heard of this? It's got Snoop Dogg in it.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
I've heard of it. I've seen it show up on the feed, but I've never watched it. Yeah.
She was in a music video in 2018, With or Without.
Nope.
2019, Paradise Hills.
Nope.
2019, Hellboy. Say no more.
Yeah. And even though it was you know what? I mean, that was a very disappointing film because David Harbour was a great Hellboy. It was
They just tried to pack it too full.
Yeah, it was ill-conceived. Whereas once again, I don't know why they never realized you can take one story and make a movie out of it. You don't have to take all the stories and make the big story.
This is where they don't think they're going to get they're not sure they're going to get a second shot.
Well, they certainly did a good job about not getting a second shot.
It's a way to guarantee you're not going to get a second shot.
I don't know, man. A good concept is the way to go.
Oh, Legend Brown Ale. Nice.
Thank you, sir.
2019, The Rookies.
Sounds like a cop thing. I give you 4 words.
4 words. Here we go. Ooh. I'm going to take 5 just because 2 of those are a name.
Okay.
Okay? Extreme sport lover Zhao Feng.
Okay, well, I like the Asian name.
All right. Got involved in an...
All right, I need more.
International illegal trade by...
Ooh, this is getting kind of hot.
Accident, period. So he had...
Okay.
To follow an international...
All right.
Special Agent Bruce to Budapest.
See, this is promising. It's promising. Sounds like an action picture.
I'm also watching the Purvu. It's definitely promising.
Oh, look at the fight scenes. Explosions. Holy... There she is!
Milla.
This is an Asian film, too. Look at the poster.
Of course it is.
What's it called?
It is called The Rookies.
The Rookies. All right. I'm writing that down to watch later.
It's streaming on Freevee Plex, Shout, the Roku channel, and Tubi.
It gets no nerd cred because I've never heard of it, but I'm gonna watch that.
You're going to come back
I'm
and
gonna
you're
watch that mess.
That's the greatest movie ever.
I hope it has subtitles.
It's going to have to. 2020, Monster Hunter.
I've been waiting for that. Love that flick. We went and saw that together, right?
We did, yes.
Yep. And then I think I took my son to see it like a second time.
All right, that's it.
That's
2020
it.
was
I was
the
gonna
last
say,
movie
I
she
do
did.
not remember her being in anything since Monster Hunter.
She's got 4 upcoming. You want to hear about the upcoming?
Yes, I do.
Okay, she's got 2 in pre-production, 1 completed, and 1 in post-production.
Okay.
Let's go with the completed.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
That's called Breathe.
I'll take 4 words.
Air supply is scarce.
Ooh. Those are some good 4 words. 4 more?
In the near future.
Ooh.
Forcing a mother and
Okay, I don't like that.
daughter to fight to
Survive, I'm guessing.
survive when 2 strangers
Ooh, let's get into some Rob Zombie shit right here.
arrive desperate for an
Oxygen hit.
oxygenated haven. This has
right.
got Common, Sam Worthington, and Milla Jovavich.
Yeah. Well, it's clearly science fiction.
Jennifer Hudson in it.
Seems a little bit dramatic, I guess. Jennifer Hudson. Okay.
It's PG-13. It's coming out this year. The next one, post-production, In the Lost Lands.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
You like the sound of everything that she's in.
No.
Including the really questionable things early on.
No, there are a few that I said no right away to.
Okay, 4 words.
4 words.
A sorceress travels to
Whoa. Looks good.
the Lost Lands in search of a magical power
Do
that
not say dildo. Okay.
power that allows the last word in this is gonna nail it for you.
Yeah.
Person to transform into a werewolf.
Oh my god. It's like my perfect movie. Did they make this for me? I think someone made this for me. There's got to be we got to have a safety word where I can just tell you to go to the end. I'll be like, this one wins. It wins. This one's got it.
It's got Milla Jovavich and Dave Bautista in it.
I'm just gonna say. So I say no, and I'm like, don't read anymore.
Yes. Tell me more.
I'll say yes.
Tell me more.
Get it.
Slower.
How about this? Get it.
So Breathe and In the Lost Lands sound reasonable.
Yeah.
You're gonna give them some
Breathe.
Are you gonna give the Lost Lands some nerd cred?
Oh yeah.
Like,
no, I gotta. Well, no, I'm gonna give it some nerd cred. Yeah, Lost Lands. Breathe is borderline because science fiction-y, dystopian future-y, but it looks like it's the dramatic end of it.
maybe.
So it's still gonna get nerd cred because it's science fiction, but I'm not gonna watch it. So.
All right. Do you want?
Did you say In the Lost Land?
In the Lost Land.
In the Lost Land. Yep.
You want to hear the in production or pre-production?
Sure.
One called World Breaker.
Oh, sounds good. I think she's found her niche.
A father hides his
All right, give you another 4.
daughter on an island
Ooh, okay.
to keep her safe while he equips her
All right, it's getting better.
for survival and the
Okay.
battles ahead.
Oh, that's so vague. I can't tell. Can't give it a yes because it's too vague.
It's got Luke Evans and Milla Jovavich.
All right.
All right. The other one is called Hummingbird.
Ooh, I like the sound. I like all of these sound good, like just from the title. Going
right.
forward. Okay, go ahead.
A black ops assassin
What?
begins to question her
Okay.
skills and training when she's placed on a
Sabbatical.
questionable assignment.
Yes, I'm down. I'm down with this one. She's still gonna kill a bunch of people. People
Definitely.
gonna get killed. Man, everything in post-production sounds like a
decent,
like a killer,
yeah.
man.
We got the Lost Lands, which are in post-production, Breathe, which is completed, Worldbreaker, and Hummingbird.
Hummingbird, that's right. I was thinking the Beekeeper with like Hummingbird, and you know what?
The crossover we deserve.
That's the crossover we deserve. A Beekeeper gonna
It's all
kill her.
about the pollinators.
She's questioning her skills. Beekeeper don't question his skills. He just kills some folks. That's all. There's no question involved. So anyway, we're gonna run through it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean, I know where you're gonna fall. Like,
Yeah, no. She's solidly. I don't know. Is she?
I would say half of her list
Is
Resident Evil. Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
but there's other stuff. Okay, so Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
And once
she
again-
gets a quarter nerd cred point for that.
Yeah, sure. But Fifth Element,
Absolutely.
absolutely solid.
Yes.
Solid. Video game Fifth Element, quarter point for that. Zoolander, one of the most quotable movies around.
I give her cultural
I know
credit.
you don't want to give that to her, but man,
No. It's got some magical realism and some fanciful stuff to it. Like,
I just feel like
the guy taking off his underwear without.
taking his pants off. Yeah. How do you even do that, man? No elastic stretches all the way down your leg. He didn't even,
And he didn't even do that.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he just
know.
wiggled.
Yeah.
Like he had that thing on as a thong.
So yeah, Zoolander, Resident Evil.
You don't even have to say the difference.
Quarter point for You Stupid Man, because it's a rom-com, just for us, for the nerds of a certain vintage. Resident Evil Apocalypse.
I like how you're giving quarter points, but you're not actually like adding things up.
Yeah, no. Well, I should.
I think it's 14 points.
You said a quarter point for Dazed and Confused,
You don't have
right?
to mess with that.
And then, so what do you?
That's
What
a
would
half.
you give for?
That's a half.
Oh yeah. Sorry. What for Zoolander? Quarter point for that or half?
I would give a half.
Half for that.
Yeah.
And for the rom-com, quarter point, right?
Quarter point,
Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
that doesn't really count except for us. Ultraviolet, Resident Evil
Yeah,
Extinction,
all of those
Resident
are
Evil
1
Afterlife,
point.
Resident Evil
Like definite.
just Retribution, Zoolander 2, nothing. None for that. Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, Robot Chicken, Future World, Hellboy, Monster Hunter, and In the Lost Land. And, well, actually, all 4 of those are coming out.
Yeah.
That's solid price. So,
I would give her some nerd cred, like maybe a 1/10 of a point for the Clint Howard reboots Pippi Longstocking with Milla Jovavich and Milla Jovavich
You know what?
and Fred Willard. Just for the audacity of it.
the audacity. You know what? I can't argue with you there. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I feel manipulated. I feel dirty. It made me feel dirty.
Like Dirty Girl?
Yeah. Well, no, they come out with this looking so good. I'm like, yes, can't wait. And then they're just like, this is some bullshit. And I mean, some bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I love how you say you're not going to curse and you draw attention to it.
Man, it's a work in progress. What can I say?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't. I don't just stop overnight. You know, I'm gonna go on my cruise with actual adults, and they're gonna be like cursing up a storm, and I'm gonna be like, "This is some shirt balls." I look like a crazy person. All right, I'm fine with it.
No, she's got solid nerd cred. Well, the dame has spoken, so it is time for us to wrap it up. As always, I have been Doink.
And I have been the donk.
You guys are weird.